Well, Dolores, we're here in a very unique village. Tell us where we are.
You are in Canajoharie, New York, the village of Canajoharie, located on the Erie Canal, the town of Canajoharie, and I am the president of the Canajoharie Palatine Chamber of Commerce, and it's a pleasure to meet with you this morning.
You know, this is such a busy. Do you call it a village or a town?
We call it a village. It is the village of Canajoharie.
And of course, that's very Indian.
Oh, very Indian. The name means the pot that washes itself. And it comes from where the Indians first settled at Wintergreen Park at a natural-made boiling pot, which you will be visiting.
Now, of course, we're right downtown. And the reason why we thought we'd do it right here is because there is so much activity going on downtown, and most cities are drying up. There's just nothing happening downtown. But everything is happening here.
Everything is happening here, and we hope that things will continue to happen here. As you observe our village, there are new facades going on in all of our storefronts. Some very historic restaurants are also being restored. They were hotels back when the railroad came through the area. We just hope that tourists will come and see our village. There's an awful lot to offer here in Canajoharie.
Well, now, being a chamber that takes care of Canajoharie and Palatine Bridge?
Yes, Canajoharie and Palatine Bridge. They have always been very closely identified with each other. Only a bridge separates us, and the bridge goes over the Mohawk River, which was part of the Erie Canal.
Yes, that's an important statement that you made, that this area had a lot of industry at one time, and I guess it still does.
A lot of industry was here, and the Erie Canal was a very big part of it because the barges would come and drop off their produce, pick up their wares from Canajoharie and continue on to Utica, Buffalo, and then down into New York because the Erie Canal flowed into the Hudson River. The Beechnut Packing Company was one of our big, huge industries here. That's one of the reasons that we do have an exit on the thruway, is because of the Beechnut and their executives who all worked here. That was our main industry. We now have another industry called Richardson. And of course, also going along with that, we have our famous Arkell Museum. We have many antique stores, beautiful waterfalls, some very historic buildings that were made from the natural stone, the natural quarry that when the German influence came in, they mined and built the buildings from these quarries. A good perfect example is our West Hill School, which I think is behind me. And if you observe some of the windows, the archwork at the windows, these were craftsmen who came to this area and created our beautiful area that's now Canajoharie.
I was going to ask you, okay, so somebody is driving the thruway, they see this exit, and they say, let's go check it out. What are they going to see?
What are they going to see? Well, as they exit the thruway, they are first going to come into the village of Canajoharie. On the thruway, there's a huge marquee that says Arkell. It is the Arkell Museum. There is a wonderful information booth here. We are the only one, I believe, in the area that is manned 7 days a week. Lots of information. We have a wonderful bicycle path that goes through. Just a wonderful way to park and walk. You can walk to many, many of these beautiful historic sites.
And of course, as I mentioned before, and you mentioned too, the downtown area is being revitalized.
Revitalized, new facades, the village, and then next year the streets are going to be redone. New street lights. It's just going to be a beautiful area. It's going to look like it did when the stores were originally built, when the buildings were originally built. And the architecture is so fascinating. The churches are so fascinating. The cemeteries are so fascinating. And I hope on our travels today we will go to the Arkell Cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery, and where the founder of the Beechnut is buried, he and his family. Then we cross the bridge into Palatine, and we will go to some of the beautiful old churches in Palatine. Again, settled by the Germans, very influential in the American Revolution. The Clinton-Sullivan March went through Canajoharie. If anyone cares to, they can bicycle into Cooperstown, they can drive their car into Cooperstown. The signs are all along the way, marking the area from the Clinton-Sullivan March.
Mm-hmm. And it's amazing how right in this area there's so much to see. And it is a village that I guess started out Indian, and then the German people came in.
Mm-hmm. The German influence came in, but many of the Indians married into the Germans, and so that, and many of the names that were originally here, Clock, Arkell, Stanwick, these names are still very prevalent in this area. Some of them go back many, many generations to Canajoharie and the settlers who came here.
So the important thing then, bottom line, is that if you come into Canajoharie, come right downtown, come over to the information booth, and get all the information you need.
Exactly. That's the route to take, and it's very clearly marked. And we have some wonderful parking spots. As a matter of fact, a couple of bicyclists are just coming through on our bicycle path now. They will stop probably and see the museum and maybe have a little lunch.
Very good. Dolores, thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
And one other thing, if someone wants more information on the World Wide Web, where do they go?
They can look on our website, canpal.com.
CAN?
CANPAL.com.
.com.